Um, but what is the Fit Clinic basically? Or how does it work? How would a client go about contacting you, or just what is the Fit Clinic?
Yeah, so we're a team of nutritionists who simply work one-to-one with clients in an online setting, and help them achieve their goals. So it's a combination of nutrition, supplementation, lifestyle adjustments. We give them advice, a little bit of advice with their training, and it's very much, I suppose, a holistic, I don't necessarily like to use that word, but it's very much a holistic approach, just to better their lives, and just achieve their goals. So we work with absolutely anyone who eats, because that's what nutrition is. So we work with someone, we work with people who've never stepped foot in a gym, and it might be totally new to them. We work with new mums, we work with people with digestive issues, hormonal imbalances, hormonal issues. And then on the other side of the spectrum, we work with elite athletes and professional athletes. So it's a really, really broad range. And I suppose the reason we can do that is because we have 7 different coaches, and each of those coaches have their own area of expertise. So say, for example, you have Brian, and he'd specialize in relationships with food, and someone maybe who's coming to us who doesn't have a great relationship with food or a fraught relationship with their body. Brian would really specialize in that kind of thing. And then we have someone like Kathy, or Becky, who really specialize in female hormones. So someone, say, for example, who comes to us who has PCOS, they'd go with Kathy or Becky. And then you have someone like Fiona, who specializes in sports performance and weight cuts for weight cutting sports. So yeah, there's a really, really broad range of coaches and areas of expertise. So we kind of work with anything, with anyone.
It's really interesting, and I've always admired you when you were building your team as well. I kind of knew that a little bit about Brian, but how, like, okay, that's what they're passionate about, nurture that. And then when
Yeah.
a client has that experience or issue with nutrition, is that pairing them up with the right person is like, whoa, this person loves what they do. And it's so much easier
Absolutely.
to get
Yeah,
that relationship.
exactly, because it means that they're so passionate about what they do. And what I always tell our clients when they start with us is really make use of the service, because we love nothing more than when people ask us, okay, but why is that? And what's the science behind that? I'm like, that's amazing. That's what we love, because I suppose nutrition and our area of expertise is what makes us tick. So
Yeah.
we love to see a client who wants to really get the most out of the service and learn as much as they can.
And you kind of mentioned kind of problems that clients typically have before coming to you. But like, what have they previously tried before coming to you? Like, so diet books, etc. But what have they previously tried, most of the clients, if that makes sense?
So we're very, very different in comparison to something like a 12-week transformation, because what our goal is for all of our clients when they finish up, whether it's 3 months, 4 months, or 5 months that they stay with us, our goal for that client is that they finish up and they don't need us anymore. They've gone through the accountability aspect of the kind of 3 or 4 months, and they know how their body works. They know what nutrition plan works for them. I suppose I kind of refer to it as like a system as opposed to a diet. So we find a system that best suits you as a person. So you and I are 2 entirely different people. You've a totally different job to me. You've totally different goals. I might have these issues, you might have other issues. So why would we in a million years get the same nutrition plan? So that's really important for us. It has to be individualized to the client, and it has to fit really, really seamlessly into their lifestyle. So it's not going to be a case if someone signs up with us, oh, you can't go out in the weekend because you're now on this 12-week nutrition plan. So we very much want the nutrition plan to fit into their lifestyle and feel like it's something that they can stick with in the long run, and it's completely sustainable. So that's really, really important for us. So that's, I suppose, a lot of people come to us from the 12-week transformation background where they've lost all the weight, they feel great, and then it goes back on. So that's essentially the opposite of what we want to do.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, very similar. So I suppose when someone signs up, they fill in a screening form, and the screening form is quite in depth because we need to gather a really, really good picture of where you're at as an individual, what your goals are, and then from there, what coach is going to best suit your needs and your requirements and your goals. So from there, you'll be assigned your coach who will design your nutrition plan, and then it's the weekly check-in that I suppose is the heart of what we do, because that's where we get the feedback that we need and you get the feedback that you need. So all of our clients will, you'll be given a designated check-in day. So it might be Wednesday morning, you pop onto our client portal and you fill in your check-in. So really similar to what you were saying. Okay, so how is your nutrition, but also how is your hydration? How is your sleep? How is your sleep quantity, quality, how was your stress levels, how was your digestion, how many training sessions did you do this week? So again, it's just that really, we need to get a really good picture of how your week has been. And then one of the things as well that we ask is, what went well for you this week? So no matter how bad a week or how bad you consider a week has gone, you'll always be able to tease out something that went well. And it's only, I suppose that's how we kind of nurture this kind of positive mental attitude and this idea of constantly progressing. Because even if you just feel like everything went to pot the previous week, you can always kind of pull out something that did go well. And yeah.
And then that can lead us on, like, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, I love that question. So yeah, it completely depends. It totally depends on the person. It totally depends on what they've done in the past. I suppose how they kind of view like nutrition plans and diets. The main thing is it's not a quick fix. As I said, like, of course you can have someone lose the kind of 5 or 6 kilos in a couple of weeks, but you haven't taught them anything. So we really want clients to embark on a journey where they feel like they finish up and they don't need us anymore, and they found the system, and it just totally depends on how long that is going to take. Yeah, it's not necessarily about the weight loss, it's about feeling like that nutrition plan fits really, really well into their life. Yeah, absolutely. So I suppose because it's an online service, I do think that people tend to be a little bit skeptical about like investing. So what we do now is we actually do a 10-minute complimentary phone call consultation. So we'll just chat about where you're at the moment, where you ultimately want to be, if you decide to work with us. And then we chat you through how we will essentially get you there and potentially match you up with the coach just from chatting with you on the phone and figuring out what it is that your area of requirements are. From there, we can normally match you up with the coach, and then it's the sign-up process from there.
And then when, I don't know if we'll use this, but what about how long would somebody usually typically sign up to kind of trial the services, so to speak? Like, is there any 1 year thing or?
No, so we have a minimum of a 3-month commitment. So I suppose it's similar to training. You just need that duration to see the results that you want and also develop that trustworthy relationship with your coach. But generally, people tend to stay on for 4 to 5 months.
No, that's totally fair. Like, you can't really do anything unless, like, put it this way, like, how long would you take to learn a language?
Yeah.
With a phrase I heard before, is just like, okay, you want to change everything that you've developed over the past 20, 30 years. Okay, how long is it going to take, Larry? Well, firstly, how long would you give a baby to walk? Is it that I've asked? So like, it's until, but like, I think that's fair, minimum of like 12 weeks is nothing.
Yeah.
You might have one wedding and like a funeral within those 12 weeks. That's very morbid. In those times, like, anything can happen.
Yeah, I suppose especially when people are trying a new diet nearly every Monday, I don't think 12 weeks is much of a commitment. Yeah.